I have opened up to the comic book nerds. There's a number of different chats in there. We've got my gambling chat, we've got my FIFA 25 chat, but we also have an FOC and chill chat in here.
Really?
So if you guys are interested in plugging into my Discord,
Yeah, I didn't even know all about that. I knew about the gambling stuff.
So
This'll
when
be my link.
when are you on your channel?
What do you mean?
When are you on your Discord server?
I'm usually in Jigs Kingdom, so I'm usually never in there. But I do jump in there on Sunday nights, watching football sometimes. And Saturday nights, if anybody wants to watch UFC, I'll be in there as well because I'm always watching UFC. Last card of the year, UFC Tampa this Saturday. So looking forward to that. We'll be gambling my face off as always. Looking forward to it. I'm going heavy on Joaquin Buckley beating the shit out of Colby Covington, but we'll see.
So
what
when
happens.
that happens, the production quality of comic lore is going to jump through the roof.
There you go.
Is that what it is? I have nothing to do with comic lore, guys, but definitely check it out. Perry and TK are doing big things over there, man. They're killing it. And the great legend is definitely in the Degenerate Circumstances Discord. So I appreciate you coming through. Lady, talk to me. Are you there? What's going on with you?
There you go.
What's up?
No, just enjoying the devil's lettuce.
There you go.
Yeah, we are.
And trying to be at one with the universe and shit.
Hey,
let me ask you a devil's lettuce question. Where are you at? Do you go to dispensaries or you're in Tennessee?
I'm in America.
Right? You're in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Is it legal there?
Not marijuana.
No, okay.
THCA is, which is pot.
Which is marijuana.
It's marijuana.
Yeah.
It's funny how we make these rules. Yeah.
Well, it's because legislators are stupid.
Yeah.
So
they don't understand botany.
Yeah. Well, yeah, basic chemistry. Like, but whatever. So
do you guys have the dog walkers down there?
Oh, that's what you were showing off there. Okay.
Yeah, they're little pre-rolls. They're like
we have
little
a bunch of those.
Little stubbies, but this brand right here, they do charity for rescue dogs. But the coolest thing about them is they have the sativa, the hybrid, and the indica, and they are indicas. I don't know if you can see that there. It's sit.
Okay.
On the blue sticker.
Okay.
The hybrids are stay.
And then the other one's fetch.
And the sativa is play.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you want to sit, you want to stay, you want to play. Hey, I'm down for one of each. Those. So, here we go.
We've got those.
What up, Kevin?
What's been my thing is I've gotten into solventless hash rosin.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's great.
I need to keep it flour or I get a little weird.
Dude. Yeah. So I ended up getting a new peak. One of the new peaks. They're like,
oh, those are so great.
And so I'm kind of a snob. But yeah, I'll get a little, I don't know. It's like whatever, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys afford cannabis and comics. I can only afford one of them.
There's a difference, Phil, between live resin and live rosin. Resin is using organic solvents, and then rosin is using solventless cold
press.
Cold press, cold cure.
Yeah. And I used to manage a dispensary. I'm kind of I get a little nerdy on it.
Yeah.
For me, it's the 3 C's, man. It's coffee, cannabis, and comics. If I wake up on like a Saturday morning,
I like that CQ. Oh my god!
Wake and bake, get myself a little hyped up on some coffee,
and read your stories.
Then read some stories about dudes in tights. Like, come on,
dudes in tights.
It's really exciting, though.
Yeah, it is.
The 3 C's are great.
Wake me up, put me out, put me on.
I've got. Speaking of exciting. I caught up on the Deviant today. Is anybody reading the Deviant?
I'm not. Tell me about the Deviant.
It's my favorite book of 2024. I don't understand why there's not more buzz about this book. It's incredible. I absolutely love this book. Everybody should be reading The Deviant. There's 8 issues in, and I am dying for issue 9 next year. I am absolutely dying for it. It's a great story about a serial killer, really. It's got major Silence of the Lambs vibes, and we're switching back and forth between, I think, the 80s and now. It might have been later than the 80s. When did Jeffrey Dahmer and all that stuff happen? Was that
was
the
the
90s?
90s.
Yeah.
Early
Okay.
90s.
So we're switching
Early
back to the
90s.
90s.
The late 80s,
And-
early 90s.
And it's a really interesting story about a kid who learned about Dahmer and about these murders. And then through learning about that, he kind of learned about his own sexuality as a gay person because Dahmer was gay. And then the character that's accused of a murder is gay. There's so much to explain. I've actually been working on in my head how I can build a video around this. I really, really want to come up with a video about it.
About Dahmer?
About The Deviant, the book, actually.
Isn't it a Christmas story?
It's about Christmas, yeah. And the Hickson art is just, I love the Joshua Hickson art in this book. So
Tinian.
if you're a Tynan fan at all, and you don't have a problem with gay characters, because there's plenty of gay characters in this book, but absolutely phenomenal book, phenomenal story that they're building here. I cannot recommend it enough. When I do my top list of books read in 2024, there's no question that one is number one. Who else? I'd like to hear what your guys' number ones are.
I'm scrolling through it right now, and I'm just going to say,
I don't know.
The colors in this book.
It's awesome.
And I guess Hickson does his own colors.
Yes, he does.
Because there's no edit. Okay, art by.
And a great letterer. The letterer is awesome. I think his name was Hassan, right? Something like that. He's
Hassan,
killing it.
Atsmane Elohau. I'm butchering that.
Thanks for coming through, Chad. I appreciate you coming through. I know you work hard as hell, but man, Fishcat freaked me out today, dude. He shared a reel of some shoes he bought, and the shoes were size 15.
Dang.
I was like, geez, size 15. What?
That makes me feel small. I wear 14.
I had no idea, dude was a giant.
Yeah, he's
holy
huge.
Shit.
Massive a man, I'd say.
Yeah.
Fucking massive a man.
He said he was only 6'5".
The size of his.
Yeah, 6'5" makes me feel short too.
Yeah, absolutely. At 6 foot, 6'5" is towering over me. Yeah. No question.
Oh, yeah. I'm 6'2", and when somebody makes me feel small, it makes me feel small. It makes me feel insignificant. It's weird.
It's particularly triggering. Often. It's triggering to me because my dad is actually 6'5", so I grew up believing that you would get there. 6'5". Yeah, I always believed
you're like,
I was going to be as tall as my dad.
I could be a.
What are you now? Allowed, point guard? 5'6".
I'm 6 foot. My mom screwed me. She's too short. What up, Nate? What up, dude?
Well, technically, your dad screwed your mom, but
yeah, there you go.
Hey, oh. Do we have any answers though? Do you guys? I know we're getting to the end of the year. We're starting to talk about best reads of the year. I know mine.
It's weird for me because the beginning of the year is kind of a blur. As far as comics go, I let my pull box go like 2 months, and then it took me a while to catch up. So I don't know what was late 2023 and what was early 2024. I just know that I wasn't super excited about a lot of stuff outside of the Krakoa X-Men stuff because I was on all of it until it ended. And then when I switched over to the From the Ashes stuff, it wasn't really as much something I was into. I got really into DC All In. I think that the stuff going on with Superman right now is only a few issues in on the Superman front, but on the Action Comics front, we're like 9 issues into that story. That's a weekly. I think that Mark Waid has been doing killer stuff all across DC, and just anything that Waid and Mora are on together has been getting my attention.
They're talking about Chad's penis in the chat. I don't know.
Such boys.
Yeah, as far as not remembering, I thank God for CLZ. I had to go to CLZ because I'm with my Lorenzo over at Indie Comics and Reviews, my comic book dad. We always do a best reads of the year, and so I've started to do my homework for that show. And that's
Definitely
when I was
something
like,
I'm going to need to do homework for if I'm going to be talking about year in review. I mean, I was all over the place with my buying habits this year.
CLZ, pull it up, release year, and then I just go through, because I wouldn't know otherwise without the CLZ app what was this year and what was last year. It would definitely be confusing.
What the hell is that?
Caroline, I know you're not too many modern books, but just so it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be this year. What's your top read from this year that you read from any year? But you had to have read it this year, though. You have anything by chance?
I really, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I liked Redcoat. I like Redcoat.
Hey, that probably is going to be on my list. I imagine.
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, the founding fathers is like crazy spirit demons. Fucking yes, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I know not everybody's liking that book, but I fell in love with Redcoat in the 80-page giant where he premiered. I was like, and I've said this many times, but I cannot wait to see the Redcoat and the Northerner interact. We have not seen it yet. I'm a little behind, so maybe he's come through, but I'm dying to see Redcoat and the Northerner. And speaking of the Ghost Machine, if you look at Geiger number 10, Junkyard Joe is on the cover. Oh, I'm so excited for that one as well. So Ghost Machine is going to be on the list.
I'm digging Uncanny X-Men by Simone.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people are loving her. I love her follow on Twitter. I don't know if you guys are on Twitter, but she's
so funny, dude.
I love when she.
I like her as a person. I feel like her dialogue is a little bit stilted in that X-Men book, but I think the story. I know that you
prefer just the regular X-Men.
I have been loving that, but I don't think it's like. I like, as far as quality overall, I can understand why people wouldn't like it. There are things about it that I'm like, that's kind of hokey. But I think it's so much fun, and the characterizations of Juggernaut and Magic.
I'm gonna be fair, I haven't read it.
I'm a Quentin Quire stan. Like, I think that him in Wolverine and the X-Men was probably one of the greatest characters that has ever been in comics. Just like his ability to be like a little shitheel while saving the day for everybody constantly, and being like a Jean Grey level telepath, has been great. And watching him interact with Cyclops has been great. And like, there's a scene in the first issue where Magneto, like, he comes back from the mission, and Magneto is like, can't we like do something where we like put him in the line of fire? Like, this kid needs to see the front lines, because we can't bring people back to life anymore, and we need him dead again. And it's been great. His arc coming out of the Krakoa stuff was great, so I'm liking that. I'm liking the Beast stuff that they're doing with that. I've been reviewing those issues, and they're finally crossing over. They did in the first raid on Grey Malkin was in X-Men this past week. So I got a short that's going to be dropping tomorrow. Keep an eye on the channel.
Why can't TM's in here? Why can't I see TM? That's weird.
TM was in here earlier.
He was here.
I'll have to figure that out. Why can't I see him?
I've only started to get to read it this year, like early at the beginning of this year, but I really like Strange Academy too.
Is that it's not? Oh yeah,
when I like that much to say that's the best book of the
I don't think it's the best, but I'm
and that's not this year either. But look, Lady gets.
I know it was like 2018 or 2021 or something, but that I am just now piecing it together and being able to read it. Because I waited for the prices to go get down, because I'm a cheap ass and I do not pay that kind of premium for books. Because I'm not stupid. Yeah, sorry.
Some of us are stupid.
Yeah, I've been stupid. I make stupid choices, but like, that's just one I didn't make. I mean, I can tell you about a lot of stupid choices that I make buying comics, basically, but whatever.
I feel like this year has been the year of the alternate universe. I think that as good as the absolute stuff has been, the ultimate stuff has been better. I wouldn't call Ultimates my book of the year. I wouldn't call Ultimate Spider-Man my book of the year. I wouldn't call Ultimate Invasion. I wouldn't have called that like the event of the year. But I think that overall,
what about like Avengers Twilight?
Avengers Twilight,
so I have to get on that. But as far as like the Ultimate stuff, that's been great. And I think that you guys have all been talking up the Ghost Machine, and I need to go back and check out a lot of that stuff, because maybe it's just the creative team, but I loved Rockefellers.
Yeah.
I loved Rockefellers. I thought that was really, really good.
Nate has a good point. Nate has a good point. He said art-wise, this year has been Mark Spears' year. I think this year has just been Mark Spears' year.
Yes.
He's finally getting like his deserved accolades.
It's
and
insane.
It's really hit it off.
The prices on those monsters books are
I know.
insane.
I happened to grab a first print of the B cover, and it's insane how much it's going for.
Monsters really aren't my thing, so I've kind of avoided it, but I hear so many great things about it.
It's not the titty one.
Investment wise.
Okay.
People loving it.
We talked about it on JP's show last night, and it's just crazy the numbers that these books are.
Well, good for him. I'm just happy. It's like.
And I'm hearing he's going to do some Spawn stuff too, which could be interesting as well.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But
I did Spot too. I mean, they're a small publisher, and they are blowing up off of that. Some of their other stuff has been catching some good buzz off of it, their variants and some value stuff. But I'm happy for them. I know that buddy of mine, Rob Pochek, is an editor for them and does all of his created stuff goes through Keen Spot as well. So shout out to Potsy.
Oh, actually,
Kelly, have you shown that?
Santos Sisters has been my, but it's gone. I've gotten every time it releases.
Yeah.
Oh, the Black Hammer's back too. There's a lot of stuff that's got me excited.
Yeah, Jeff Lemire, Black Hammer. I know a lot of stuff are loving that one. My preliminary list, and I haven't hammered anything down, but of course the Deviant was on there. Grommets is going to be on there. I absolutely love Grommets. I have Avengers Twilight as a maybe. I want to reread it to make sure it belongs. And then Batman First Night, which was a magazine size run going back to the 1930s or 40s Batman. I really enjoyed that one as well.
Yes, that was good.
Yeah. So that's my list so far, but I have a lot more work to figure out what's really going to go down when we do the show.
It's hard for me. I would need a list just to look because there's always so much put out there. You know what I mean?
It all blends together too.
I know. I'm just like
we were talking about last week. We were talking about like Empire and like Secret Empire. It was Secret Empire we were talking about.
And like War of the Realms.
And I was like, I feel like that was just like last year, and that was like 6 years ago.
See, that's what I was thinking about, like Wonder Woman Historian. It was like 3 fucking years ago. I'm just like, geez.
Yeah. So he's like, what's the best comics came out in the last 10 years? And I'm thinking stuff that came out literally 20 years ago.
Time is hard sometimes. What up, Scott? I did want to point out that DVH shared a sketch on Instagram today.
It's sick.
Oh my god, that thing was
like the
so
perfect
awesome.
embodiment.
I loved it.
I gotta click on that.
Yeah, check it out, dude.
Yeah, check it out. It's so good.
Loved that cover. Sick
I'm
stuff.
not big on drama or lists.
Super jealous. I want a great cover of me like that. That was so awesome, dude. Definitely worth checking out. And then of course, Callie said he has a Spawn sketch from Mark Spears, which
that's cool.
Really like to see that as well. So thank you for shooting that one over to me. Tony, did you have a book 2024 best read?
Absolutely not, because I can't remember shit.
Like your honesty.
Yeah.
I can't remember shit either.
I can't remember shit. I'm looking.
That's why I have to reread everything.
Because that Batman one, I picked it up too. That was a great read. But
Absolute Batman.
Yeah. No. The
Batman First Night. First Night.
I like that pulpy stuff. So that was cool.
The art was amazing.
I'm enjoying the Energon. Well, not the Energon. The friggin' the Geiger stuff, the Rook stuff, the red coat, and the red coat. I didn't really. I was picking it up and I was thinking it was going to be something what it wasn't. And when did I realize it wasn't going to be what I thought it was? I said this is a good read. I thought it was going to be more like when Valiant had the time. There was they had 3 brothers, right? Armstrong and
Archer and Armstrong,
right? That was one of the brothers. There was a guy, Ivan, who jumped through time, right? So every issue was different. And I thought
this was a Valiant book.
Yeah, Time Walker.
You're on your own.
Time Walker. Anyway, So I thought that's what this red coat was, and it wasn't that. It was hanging out too long in one space, one time thing. But then I realized that's what it was supposed to be. It was going to be like almost like a mini, right? And that's how they did it, right? So there's one arc, the arc's done, and now he's going to go into another arc with the next book. Then I said, "Oh, now I understand where they're going with this. Now I enjoy this more than I was doing it before." And I thought the number 8, which was I think 8 was the last issue with the older Einstein in it. Or was that 6? That was an excellent read. I enjoyed that one really a lot. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking around. I'm at LLZ trying to do like publisher dates and publish, and I can't get it to work. I'm looking at it like, screw this program. So I don't know what to tell you.
But well, you said Energon Universe by mistake, but that you're not wrong there either, because that Energon Universe stuff has really been good too. All the
Energon
G.I. Joe stuff has been solid.
With like Minotaur heading it. Is that what we're talking about? That universe?
That's the Void Rivals and Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of whatever the Minotaur in War of Realms. He has a big conglomerate or like business, and Weapon H is actually owned by it. And
okay,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And the Minotaur runs it, but I really like that shit. But anyway,
I am not remembering that name though. It's very similar.
Yes, it is. Hold on, let me type in.
Damn, they $250. That ain't no joke.
Who made this for Doc Van?
It's Roxxon, not Energon.
Roxxon, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How did I forget Roxxon?
I know.
I know what Rox is. Oh,
because I keep thinking of different universes.
It's a lot to keep up with, especially if you do the.
Who sketched that for? Ian Richardson. That's a nice freaking cover.
That DVH cover is amazing.
Did I show
Isn't it awesome, dude?
Yeah, it's really cool.
I love it. It was so cool.
That's really awesome.
Did I share with you guys? Like, I found a bunch of X-Men comics at McKay's, like a bunch of Bronze Age X-Men comics at McKay's.
That's right up my alley.
A chunk of Claremont X-Men books at McKay's.
What's a McKay?
You know what I found? What's a McKay's? It's like a used media store warehouse.
It's like a Second and Charles.
Yeah. Okay. I saw a stack of books behind the counter. Asked to look at it. It had these.
Oh, whoa.
Nice.
X-Men 102.
Oh my.
I just saw that in
prices.
In
that
a
looks
shop the other day,
clean.
and it was just beat to shit.
$30. $30. Yeah.
That's not a bad for that clean.
For me,
what are you
is a
thinking?
steal.
That's like a $90 book.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, what do I think in terms of now? I would put it like a 7.0, but I'm being harsh. Really nice. I'm a critic. 103.
What the fuck?
I know.
That's nice.
I know.
Is 104 then? You got 104 in there?
I have 104 in my collection, but it's not
there.
Here.
Okay.
It jumps to 106.
Well, that's still good.
Yeah, I didn't turn my nose up at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much are these books?
104 is one of my favorite books.
So this one, like, there were different prices. The most expensive one, so I think this one was 15 or 20. This one was for sure 10. This one was for sure 10. This one was 25. So it was,
what?
Yeah. Yeah. This was $25. It was actually $5 cheaper than the 102, which I was like, these people are fucking insane.
They don't know. They don't know.
No. But see, they move bulk. They don't want to keep this shit. They don't know what it is. They price it and want to move it.
They made money on it.
Yeah.
And
so I wish that more shops were like that.
15.
They were just
that more things like that fell in my lap. Jeez.
I wish more shops were just interested in making money on the books and moving them, because a lot of the shops around here, they just, like, for example, one of my favorite shops to go backbend diving, they still have Eternals books priced like it's about to come out. It's like, come on,
I was
price these books
I got
to
this
move
for $6.
That's cool.
Oh, first Tim Drake.
Well, first Tim Drake as Robin.
As Robin, I should say.
Yeah, but this is the one you want. But it was $6. It's nice and clean.
116. Isn't that a key for some reason?
One little spine tick, but
Isn't
probably pressable. Doesn't break color.
Isn't that a key
Gordon wants to know if you got 100, lady.
Not from there. There wasn't 100. And then
wait, you're still going?
Yeah. This is 9 comics, bro. 9 of them there was,
bro.
So yeah,
they are a hit.
Yeah. So Vindicator. That's Vindicator. First Vindicator.
First Alpha.
Weapon Alpha. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's first. Well, Weapon Alpha. He later turns into Vindicator. And then I also show you that for there was a Black Friday sale at my LCS. And they don't value signatures. They don't place extra value
most
on
LCSs won't.
So I got the 62.
Ooh, they all look so clean. Oh, it's signed. Wow.
By Neil Adams. Cover by Neil Adams. Signed by Neil Adams.
That is a clean looking 62, though.
Beautiful.
It looks super clean.
With the 20% off, it was priced $29.99. I got it for $24.
Are you serious?
Not even fucking with you.
That's $50, $60 all day.
I'm not even fucking.
That's crazy.
I mean, depending on the interior and the back cover, but I'll say that. But it presents very well, and it's a signed book.
Okay.
Come
Watch out for that tape. Watch out for that tape.
Yeah, be careful.
That back looked clean too.
Yeah, it's nice.
Damn.
Sickotron is coming in with the Deviant.
Let's go.
Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm surprised no one mentioned
trees was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one mentioned that one.
I
actually have it. I haven't read it. I need to read it.
It's a little dingage on the spine.
It's nice.
At that age, it's
beautiful.
What up, Dave?
Beautiful book.
$24.
Beautiful book.
24.
$24. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. I'm not good at any of this. I'm just a lucky fucker. I really am.
That's so fucking lucky. Some people would rather be lucky than good, but I'll tell you this much. There is no such thing as luck. Luck is the intersection of opportunity and preparation, my friend.
Yeah, you always, I had to show up.
You are only as lucky as you set yourself up to be.
I had to show up. And so, and honestly, I didn't really want to go to McKay's, but I was like, man, there could be something here. And it ended up having the whole fucking chunk of X-Men that I got for embarrassingly cheap. So
Boston Chris mentioned CGC for that signature. Would you consider that? I would definitely consider it for a Neil Adams sig.
For a book in that shape, I would.
If I could do it, I would need to talk to somebody who does it on the reg, like Who Dat Boston. And because he would know how to do it the quickest. I would do it, but only if I had somebody like Who Dat to tell me how to do it.
So CGC does that now? I thought it was just CBC.
Fill out.
They got JSA now, so they do it now.
Yeah. I would just fill out.
I've done a lot of SIGs. I've done a lot of books.
Make sure you
I've
pack it
taken
real
a lot
good.
of looks, and I've smoked a lot of pot. Let me tell you what the great legends got and what the great legends got to say. This great legend send his books to CBCS all day. I won't just send them. I take my ass, I take my box, I take my looks, I take my cocks, I take it down CBCS, and I drop them off because they're 25 minutes away, and that's about how long the great legend has to pray each day before the great legend wakes up to make the world a better place, because the great legend is your only ace you'll ever need to succeed. So jokers are wild, legends are aces, and I'm the voice, and I have all the faces.
Apex.
How about those maneuvers?
Lady, that Neil Adams is a
send that in. Send that in.
Okay.
I would send that.
Yeah, that's.
I would absolutely send that in.
Yeah,
I would love to have a Neil Adams signature.
Love you guys, Lady.
I only have one.
I almost fainted. I only have one. I almost fainted, dude, when I saw that, because I wanted to look at it. Period, because it's a 62 Neil Adams, right? That's why I wanted to look at it. Brought it down, and what's this silver shit above the Khazar? It's fucking Neil Adams, bro.
That's awesome.
And you know that he charged at least $300 to get that.
Oh, I thought it was $150, but it was just an exorbitant amount of money. I know he charged an absurd amount.
He has a real soft handshake, doesn't he, Drew? Remember when we met him?
He does. He shakes hands like an old wrestler.
We got that T.J. Watson, a nice daredevil, Neil Adams commission. Yeah. Sorry.
I lied. I got more than one. I lied. I was thinking Stan Lee.
You dirty liar. What up to Ian and Becca Comics? Thanks for joining us tonight. Good to see you. The Collector P is in the house as well. What up, my man? Good to see you. Oh, let us see it. Let us see it.
I love
that.
that.
That's one of the those have been cool, man.
I have that. It's
I also picked.
I'm at the 43. I'm missing.
That one's cute. I've got that one too.
And the best one of the bunch, man. This one here.
Is that what number is that?
I don't remember.
But I have that one.
Oh, it's on the back. It's on the back.
It's on the back.
Yeah, well, there's the backing board. Let me.
Oh, Peg Leg Pete.
Let me do all this work here and untape.
I know it's the worst.
Watch out for the tape. Don't.
These are first world problems.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take this tape off of here because
put it on the corner, bottom corner of the bag.
Well, this is shitty tapes and shitty bags. I gotta re-bag and board these fuckers anyway.
So we're getting price ranges on Neil Adams. It was 20 back in the day, but
20 back in the day when everybody else signed for free.
Yeah.
This is 23.
23. Yeah, I'm missing 43.
I've been loving these Disney covers though.
Me too. They're ending December, right?
I got a soft spot for them for sure.
Lady, you got to get those.
Which ones?
Anything that has the Fantastic Four homage covers, like there's one, it's a Fantastic Four homage of issue 3 where they get the Fantastic Car and the costumes.
I think I may have one. I'll have to check it out, but I'll need to go get my stack. I'll go do that real quick, but I need to see the ones that I have. I just got the Minnie Mouse Captain Marvel one, which is
well,
cool.
Those are different. Those are the actually what if
right
issues.
Yeah. I have both, and I just kind of consider them the same, but they're not.
I mean, for me, I was a little upset that when those books came out, that they weren't the books; they were just covers.
I didn't get any of those.
But then when they were actually doing them, I was a big fan.
Nice.
You guys seeing what's going on with this book?
No.
Why is Jeff like rising?
Is that first Jeff?
Yeah.
It's insane.
He's in Marvel Rising. He's one of the most popular characters.
Rivals.
Free to play.
Rivals.
It's a free to play PvP shooter that is like really high quality and put together well. And Jeff is becoming a thing.
Jeff is much sick. He's an executioner.
Jeff is going to be selling pop figurines and keychains and little plushies to kids at Comic-Con
the end of
the
time.
Next for fucking ever. He's not only going to get bigger.
Just here to stay, huh?
What year is that?
My name is Jeff.
Man, that came out in 2015 or something. I don't know. A minute.
That is a low run too, because who the fuck was buying
8
Avengers
issues.
West Coast? But
hey, you watch your mouth, buddy. You watch.
I was reading it.
Okay.
You
watch your mouth. West Coast Avengers love.
I was the guy who said, "Wait a second, Gwenpool and Quentin Quire in the same book. I'm in." But I'm going to tell you, at the time, nobody else was reading that. The sales on that book were low as hell.
Yeah. If you look on eBay, this raw is going for up to $150.
Are you shitting me?
And a 9/8 slab went for $500.
I'm gonna sell mine. Fuck that.
It's insane.
Don't sell yours.
And if you look, remember in I think it was 2023, might have been 2022. We had that. We had that. It's Jeff #1 book.
Yeah, I have those.
That's going for 150.
Yep.
Shut up.
Hold on, Jeff.
This is Jeff, that little fish,
right now. Hold on, Jeff. Jeff is the new Grogu. He's the new Grogu.
Really?
If Disney knows what the fuck they're doing, they're going to pay attention to the amount of play that Jeff is getting on just reels and ads about Marvel Rivals.
It's a fish.
Shark. He's cute.
It's a shark.
He's vicious. And he's fun to fucking play with. People are going to love Jeff for a long time. Jeff is not going anywhere. Jeff is not a flash in the pan. Jeff, as a shark, has legs, which is true. He's a land shark. He's got legs. He's Jeff the shark. He's fucking amazing.
So you see it
Jared,
holding
though.
this
Jared
value?
is
'Cause
Subway
that's
I do not
crazy.
only see it holding value, I see it increasing in value. This is your new Batman Adventures 12. This is this is a book that is
Wow.
going to continue to rise because Jeff is going to be a thing. Jeff is like a Pikachu. Jeff is a thing that they can make cutesy and sell to kids. Jeff is also something that is endearing to a wider audience. Jeff is fucking cool, dude. He's cool. That's all there is to it.
So I'm trying. Here it is. This
Jared
one went
from
for
Subway.
60.
You know what happened to Jared?
320. Wow.
But I saw one go for 150, and I was like,
But
"Do I need this?"
I'm
Here's
saying
one,
not the
130.
It's Jeff so much, but the first appearance. Hold it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to hold that much. It's going for.
It's a low print run. Not the It's Jeff, the original first appearance.
Yeah,
you're talking about a 7th issue in an underperforming C-list book, right? So like, Avengers West Coast was not a main tier title. It was not your run-of-the-mill superhero story, and its sales only plummeted after the first. How many issues did that series go for? 13 or something like that?
I think it was 8.
If it was 8, then that's even more indicative of the fact that it wasn't selling at 7. It wasn't enough to get 2 trades out of it.
No.
On that video
No,
game,
10.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
10.
Fantastic Four.
10. So you got
come
2
to that
5-issue
Marvel
trades out of that
Rivals
thing.
game. Once
Well, I missed
Fantastic
that-
Four makes it, then I'll buy it or get
I
it for
missed that
free.
issue by a couple. I got issue 4, so I guess I missed out on having 7.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy anything right now.
I'm not gonna buy it. That's crazy. I saw Swaggle talking about a 9/8 slab of that comic you were showing. Marcus is going for $594.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
It's insane.
And Journos had and I haven't actually had a chance to watch it, but he had a video talking about how this is a sign that comic books are in trouble, which I'm not like.
That Jeff went up in value?
Yeah, I'll have to look and see his argument, because I feel like this Marvel I think this may be the beginning of Marvel Rivals injecting some speculation into comic books, because they're going to release more characters on that.
They are going to release more characters, and they have a shit ton of characters already. Characters you wouldn't expect to be in a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the Fantastic Four?
They're coming, but
I'm sure they're coming.
We got Cloak and Dagger.
So where did Jeff come from? Just right there, or is he from something else?
He's like a Gwenpool sidekick.
Yeah, he's their pet.
Oh,
I mean, it's just a silly character they created, and it somehow got some legs to it. Because that book was actually the first appearance of Jeff was the last West Coast Avengers book I needed, because it was like a $50 book when I was looking for it. So
wow,
it's had buzz before, but Marvel Rivals has injected a whole lot of new buzz.
Yeah, Jeff is going to be a thing in the future.
Matt, since you're here, I've been asking people, we're getting to the end of 2024, and I'm asking folks, what is your best reads of 2024? Do you have any that you want to talk about?
Yeah, Grommets.
Yes, absolutely on my list. Grommets has been amazing, from Rick Remender, Brian Posing, and then Brett Parson on the art. Just been amazing book. I love that book.
Geiger,
100%
Redcoat,
agree.
Rook, Exodus. Hyde Street. It's only got 2 issues out, so I guess the jury's still on that one. But Transformers, Void Rivals, the Cobra Commander miniseries, the Duke miniseries, all that stuff was great. Ultimate Spider-Man, I really enjoyed. I've enjoyed every issue of that. I have. I'm kind of eclectic in my taste. I like the Ultimate X-Men, even though I know it's not the X-Men I grew up on, but I love Peach Momoko's art. I know a lot of people.
Matt, stop! Stop! You're making me look bad. My answer was, I don't remember shit. I have no answer. Your only answer.
Actually,
they're just rattling them off.
Don't read nothing. It's all crap. I'm sorry.
All right. No. I'm not taking it from you.
Check out what I won on a buyer's giveaway. Oh no, whatnot.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Very sweet.
Is that first appearance of Sprite?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
the old
that's a good one.
CBCS slab. There you can see. I don't know if you can read it. It says
Old
first
school.
appearance of Sprite, Nezer, Orig,
That's a DVD.
Hargan, and Essen.
I think the rest of those guys are deviants.
Yeah.
Like
but
you?
Yeah, that's Kirby cover. You can't beat a Jack Kirby cover, so
hell no.
I love Eternals book. I actually really like Eternals, and now is such a great time to buy those books if you're at all interested, because they all cratered after
that terribly awesome movie failed, but it was really good and I enjoyed it.
I liked it, but it was super boring. But I did like it.
It wasn't super boring. It was better than Wonder Woman.
It drags multiple times through.
It was better. It was better than most of the Snyderverse.
I haven't actually watched the Snyderverse, so I can't say.
There you go.
And I had to get the Todd McFarlane, homaging Todd McFarlane, so I got them both on the same auction.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Classic book right there. Hell yeah.
Hey Matt, you were saying you were liking Ultimate X-Men. Can I ask you a question? Like, I enjoy it. It's not what I want out of the X-Men offering for the Ultimate Universe, which is why I'm really excited that they're making Wolverine like the Winter Soldier and they're kind of doing their own thing there. I think there's going to be more mutants sprinkled in all over the place. But that Peach Momoko art, that style, it's so beautiful, but I feel like her books read so fast. I sit down to read Ultimate X-Men and it's like literally like 45 seconds later, I'm like, well, that was cool. But like everything is just like swoop, 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 swoop. And it's like I can read 4 pages in 30 seconds.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting, like the like you hear, I get to learn about, I like learning about different cultures, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
In the back it's got like, you know, tells you like little slang words that the Japanese school kids use or like traditions they offer, and like I like that. I really like that. I like the manga style, and my mom's an artist, and she doesn't really like comics that much, but she likes Peach Momoko. So I think that kind of says what everything about her art right there. Says a lot about it. I know a lot of people don't like it.
Is she writing it?
Yeah.
Is she writing it too? Yeah. Yeah, I like Peach Momoko's art, but I don't know about her.
Rollins.
I feel like it's
maybe, you know, maybe her writing's probably not.
Look at this guy.
No.
Lost in
He showed the homage, and this is the closest one I had to me. So I'm like, you know what? When you're good at something, you know, you guys just keep pumping it out and making money with it. So
I agree.
Good for Todd McFarlane to go ahead and just continue making money off of the same cover because it's phenomenal.
A true comic fan should be able to pull some iteration of that book.
Yeah,
I got ASM 300.
Song tonight, boss.
That ASM 300 homage. I've got every character in the world doing that.
I mean, everybody and their mama.
I have to say, you know, if nothing else, if I would say it's probably everybody's dynamic pose that they practice. So for nothing else, Todd can go ahead and claim that, like, you know what, I gave you all the one crazy pose to go ahead and try to keep duplicating. And how many people have that sketch somewhere, whether it's a published cover or not? Like, so how many people have tried to recreate that cover?
I would say that even more than that, I young man would try to draw Spider-Man, and then every terrible pose that ever put Spider-Man in, I had to cover the rest of the page with spaghetti webs. So the spaghetti webs alone.
I got 50 of them. I got 3 copies of it. Not me that, but
Boston.
Yo,
we've been talking about best reads of 2024. Did you have one?
Nothing new. So I'll say this much: nothing new. As far as anything that came out recently, I will say that I did get a hold of some Invincible, just because I was going and watching the cartoon, and then I decided to kind of when season 2 ended, I was like, well, that can't be it, and I know that there's not everything within there, so I started reading, and so I've read the entirety of Invincible, and I would have to say, if you like just bloody, violent comic that just is fun in a lot of ways. It's very funny, very great, art and everything like that. And just some of the best comic battles you'll ever see. Pick up the compendiums of Invincible. If you can't find the single issues, they're so solid. Like I actually, as I was reading it, I was actually mad at myself for not picking them up as they came out. Just because I was like, I can only imagine how happy I would have been every single month being able to, like, check this and check, getting it all at once. I felt kind of spoiled, but I also felt dirty. I was just like, I should have been collecting this. So do yourself a favor, get the compendiums, because what we've seen so far is just not even scratching the tip of the iceberg of what's coming next with that series. It's so good.
Since everybody's showing them off, let me show.
I'm not taking out
my little run off as well. Boom. This one's. I can't. I know you're supposed to take them out of the bag, but it's been in the bag for so long. How can I be the one to do it?
Nope.
Ooh, another one in the bag.
Unfortunately, it causes a crease on the
comic. So I don't have
the gold one. Huh?
I got it. I got it.
There it is. If you don't have the gold newsstand.
I got two of the normal, regular one, and I have one of the silvers. All I had. So.
Yeah, I just have the regular. I don't have any of
them. I'm just talking shit.
And then the ever elusive. No, I've never had.
McFarlane was done. After McFarlane was done, the run goes to Eric Larson, and he has the kick-ass Revenge of the Sinister Six storyline, where you kind of start feeling for, in Boston when you came on. I started feeling for Sandman, because Sandman's just trying to help his daughter. His daughter's sick, and dude, the story's fantastic. You get Deathlock in there. You get all, of course, the issue 6. You get the Fantastic Four in there co-starring. But Boston, I love your green top because it reminds me of Amazing Spider-Man #4, first appearance of Sandman.
Sandman.
Look at that man.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Ooh, shiny armor.
There it is.
I think Eric Larson's a better artist on Spider-Man than Todd was. Fight me in the street if you disagree. He made Venom cool.
Exactly.
Venom was not cool
in
his first appearance, but as soon as his tongue was hanging out and he was drooling all over the place,
all kind of copying him, to be honest.
And Eric Larson was fantastic.
Larson, that's I had that covered, Drew. Is that where Venom's holding up the
skull?
Look
at you, Spot Man.
Yeah, where he's holding up the skull.
Cold Key right here. He's the big villain.
Chamber of Chills kind of.
Big money.
He's the big villain of the next Spider-Verse film. So I feel like this one's kind of cold. If you should be on the lookout.
Isn't he the big villain to the last Spider-Verse film?
Yeah, but he's going to still be the villain of the next one.
He's got more to go. Like they didn't finish him off or anything like that. But I did say,
what did he pay for if they didn't finish him off?
That's so funny because Callie's telling the truth. All those books were dollar bin books in 2005.
Yeah, they were.
So true.
God, yeah. I told
so Joe, what up, my man?
Good hey, what's up, Polkan? Yeah.
What up?
I saw Eric Larson at a convention. Actually, it was funny. I saw him years ago at a convention, and I got him to sign. I think it was my ASM 344, and I said to him, I was like, like Todd might have created Venom, but you perfected him. Just because, and there's other people that come along after, but like his design is what Bagley put his stuff on. What Sam De La Rosa did his based off of like he perfected Venom.
Yeah.
So
Larson added the tongue, right? If I recall correctly.
Yeah. Oh, the tongue, the teeth. But like he took it really like he made Venom scary looking. Like before, Venom was just a jacked up just he was just
jacked up black
big
Spider-Man
guy
with teeth.
Yeah, it just with like longer teeth, and he wasn't menacing. Like once Eric
he had shark teeth at first. Before they became like they were all individual fangs. Like everything that you know about Venom came from Eric Larson. Like
absolutely,
the everything that Todd did, give him credit for it. Sure, he made Venom. He came up with the idea of the black goo attaches to Eddie Brock and becomes a hulked out Spider-Man. Okay. But like the tongue, the gruesomeness of Venom, that's all Eric Larson.
Absolutely.
And Chef, it's not been canceled; it has been delayed, so we're not going to get it till 2027. But it's still coming.
Isn't the world going to end before then?
There's a good chance it will. What up, Actual Dracula?
We got a long
good
way
to see
go.
you. Don't get the great legend started.
Did you hear that?
We'll be here forever.
Have you heard that? Did you read the news about Kraven the Hunter? They've already. Before it's even out, 25% of the theaters it was going to be shown in pulled out of showing it.
Well, it's a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man in it. It was a
bad
idea.
Poke Joe was talking about that. Yeah, Poke and Joe was just talking about that on Gary B's channel tonight, actually.
Yeah.
So it looks like that one's going to bomb too, like they all do.
You know what? I actually am more excited to see Kraven than I was Venom or Morbius or Madam Web or any of that other stuff. I think that
watch any of those
Craven
movies.
as a character has legs to stand on his own because Craven was an old man with worldly experience before he ever encountered Peter Parker, whereas all of those other characters spawned from Peter Parker, so him not being a part of their like Spider-Man not being in the Venom trilogy means that Venom trilogy is totally missable. You don't have to see it. It doesn't matter.
True.
It's not fucking real.
I agree.
It's just not real. And if Venom is spawned from Spider-Man, all of Venom's fucking powers come from the fact that it was attached to Spider-Man before it hit Eddie Brock. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys hit the nail on the head when it comes down to it. It's like if you have all these Spider-Man villains with no Spider-Man, it doesn't know justice. Like it really doesn't, because it's like, who are they mad at? Like so, and that's the problem, is that like they try to make them more sympathetic characters, and it's like, you don't need that. Like make them bad guys for Peter Parker to go after. Like, give them a reason for people to be like, oh, these are actual villains, not just a bunch of guys that got caught in a bad circumstance one day.
Right. You can't paint Venom as a hero. He becomes a hero reluctantly because he was such a shitty fucking villain. Like, he was a really bad guy. A really bad guy.
Yeah.
So you start him off as a hero, it does nothing for the character. There's no
I got a question though. Why does it not work for like the Spider-Man characters without Spider-Man, but the Penguin seemed to work without Batman in it?
Well, because the Penguin did have Batman, and it was a spin-off of the Batman,
that's a good point.
The film where he first appeared, and they talk about how Batman exists in that universe, right? So, like, you're getting
that's a good point.
You're getting something different there than you are. I mean, I will say that, like, it's the same thing though when you look at a series like Gotham, like I know people liked Gotham, but even if you liked Gotham, you have to admit that it's trash TV. It wasn't.
It was. I didn't like it.
It was trash TV, and every nugget they gave you was just like the smallest little crumb of nerddom sprinkled into a trash TV show. And if Batman is not in the series, like they had, kid Bruce Wayne, he's gonna be Batman one. It's just like fucking Smallville. You're gonna give me a blur of the suit in the last episode? Get out of here. Who watched that show for 8 years?
I didn't.
And Downton Abbey.
Man,
I will say,
if you watch that, I got something to sell you.
Like, if you, so the fun part too is that, like, you know, Marvel knows what they're doing, just because, like, where you have what was it, the last Spider-Man movie where, like, you know, everything crossed over. You know, they did say, they do show that little piece of the symbiote still in the MCU, right? So they, you know, that's their way of like, oh no, he's you know, you're definitely gonna get a real Venom at some point, or at least a black suit, and then, you know, go from there. But then you also, like, the other thing that was kind of crazy was that, like, you know, when they're explaining, he's like, I got brought here by some kid, I don't even know who this guy is, and it's like, that's what kills it. That right there, that Eddie Brock has no idea who Spider-Man is, has no idea why he's even there. It's like, that is just bad news. You can't do that. And I would say even Batman's kind of in trouble too, because it's like, if your villains are more interesting than your actual Batman, you're doing something wrong. So, I mean, you know, I'm sure they'll flesh him out in the next movie, but Matt Reeves has some work to do to get people to care about Batman, because right now people like the villains way more than they like Batman.
Well, I think the characterization of Batman in The Batman has a lot of things that it did right that hadn't been done before, but also has an equal amount of things that were done wrong that were always done right before. And I think that, like, I don't think the issue of the villain being more interesting than Batman is a problem, because the best Batman movie ever made is The Dark Knight, and that's a Joker movie. Batman, the whole story is Joker. There's the Harvey Dent stuff, but the whole thing is Joker. And it's the best. They made 2 movies called Joker that didn't have Joker in them, but this one did. And it was really good. And
the 3 Jokers.
They should stop doing Joker stuff for a while, and let it cool off. Let the territory cool
Drew,
off.
it was Gary Frank and Jeff Johns, the 3 Jokers. You hated
it was
then,
not Gary
and it's
Frank.
the same shit.
It was Jason.
I love Gary Frank and Jeff Johns. You hold that slander back.
Look, Wiggles
I love him
McScribbles
too,
drew
brother. It's Drew that doesn't
so
like
many
them.
great things over his career, and then he put out Doomsday Clock, and for some reason there's scribbles all over every page of that. It's over-rendered.
I love
and looks
that
like
book.
absolute shit, and I'll tell Gary Frank to his fucking face.
I love his art.
And that story sucks. It's really bad. It's about Carver Coleman. Who's Carver Coleman doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who Carver Coleman is. Was he gay? Did his wife cheat on him? Was there some sort of murder plot? What does that have to do with the fucking Watchmen and the goddamn DC universe? Not a goddamn thing. Jeff Johns, go do your Ghost Machine shit and leave my fucking superheroes alone with your bullshit. Get out of here.
He did good on
killing
Shazam.
it with the Ghost Machine universe. Gary Frank is killing it.
Yes, he
Geiger. It's just awesome. But is this Tian says something about Watchmen? Is Watchmen coming to the DCU? Is that true? I haven't heard that. That would be cool.
They had that show a lot.
They came and already left.
TV show that came and
They did that new the new animated.
Yeah, they got new animated.
Howard said the animated was pretty good. I need to watch it.
It's weird, but I enjoyed it.
Look that up. I did not even hear about that.
It's different.
The Creature Commandos was fun. Did you guys watch episode 1 of the one and 2 of the Creature Commandos?
I'm gonna have to get in the quality of the animation in Creatures Commandos. The story was fun. The music is good, if not overdone, and the and the comedy works.
Yeah, I felt the same way. It's just like I feel like for whatever. I mean, obviously they're gonna leverage, Homeboy for the music part, just because of how he's, James Gunn has always had good soundtracks to go with, the movies that he's done. But for some reason it doesn't seem to work with animation as well as it does live action. So I 100% agree with you.
Their music, though, the choices were definitely more eclectic in this than in the other stuff he's done, and I think that it's a little bit ambitious. I think in that realm, I think that they would have upped the frame rate of the animation a little bit, then I would have been a little bit happier. But it's just it seems like they outsourced to Korean animators. It's like the last episodes of the original X-Men animated series, where it's just like, why did this get shitty all of a sudden?
I think the HBO's Watchmen, the follow-up to the book, not the movie, is spectacular. I know not everybody liked it, but I thought it was absolutely spectacular.
That
Old Wolf,
King's Sister Night.
Click the link, Wolf. Old Wolf, click the link. It's pinned in the chat at the top.
He might be backstage. Do you not see him?
No, he's not back there.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that episode where she experiences his memories.
Oh, I pinned the wrong link, actually.
Might be my favorite episode of television ever. I love that episode of television. I think that it's just so incredibly produced. I think where they have spots of color in it is amazing. I think that the use of black and white, I think the way that she experiences her grandfather's life is mind-bending. And I feel like every time that series, I was like, oh, they jumped the shark. They found a way in the next episode to be like, yeah, but this is why we jumped the shark. And it made me excited to see what they were going to do next.
Cliff, Cliff, I need you to read the Deviant, Cliff, because we need to do a video on this book, and I need
that book was amazing. Yeah, that book's amazing.
It is so. Thank you, John. This shit is so fucking good. I don't understand.
Every month, White Whale Comics and I mention it in our monthly look back. That Deviant book is phenomenal, and I think they've still got another issue coming in 2025, right?
No, and I cannot wait for it. It is so good. Oh,
it's been great all along. The art has a great sort of Silence of the Lambs creepy vibe to it. The story is incredibly emotional. Like you connect to the characters and the struggle
so much,
and it just has that impending doom, like a true detective season 1, and you just feel like this is gonna go bad and everybody's gonna suffer. but you still can't stop watching. Like it's that kind of True Detective, Silence of the Lambs is what the vibe I was getting from it. It's great. It's great. Yeah.
The whole
Marcus.
thing feels like a movie to me. Like the
Oh, for
whole
sure.
thing feels like a movie. And I cannot wait to see what the truth is. I love how you can't really tell who's guilty and who's innocent. Like it's not clear what's going on.
So good.
And I don't know if you remember, John, I wanted to mention it because I was like, ooh, but there was that one scene when he was in the jail. I don't want to spoil too much, but Michael's in jail. And he's no, it's his boyfriend.
It's when he's interviewing the other guy or talking to the original killer.
Michael's boyfriend is talking to the original killer.
Yeah.
And he says, what does he have that I don't have? And then he says he has me. And that changes the dude's whole demeanor. That shit was lit for me.
It's intense.
I love that. So good. I cannot recommend this book enough. But we've been talking about best reads of 2024. I'm assuming Deviant is there for you. What you got? Anything else you want to mention?
I tend to be like a dick about comics that don't end in the year that they came out. So I tend to be the guy that's like, oh, the finale came out in 2025, so it's a best of 2025 book. Like I tend to be that guy. I think Deviant might be an exception just because so much of it has come out, and I doubt they could fumble the ball on the 1 yard line. And I did make a sports reference, so suck it up, bitches. Like
sucking
for me,
up bitches is a sport.
I picked my best book of 2024 back in March. I already knew what the best book was going to be, and the trade paperback I think is due to come out soon here. Traveling to Mars is a phenomenal book, and that book will kick you in the feels so hard you'll be choking on your tears for a week. It's like so intense. It's meaningful. Mark Russell is such a good fucking writer.
Oh,
and
say less. That's all you had to tell me was Mark Russell. Say less.
It's so good. It's so good. I think it's it might be an AWA. I forget the publisher.
I think it's an Upshot book.
Okay,
I'm looking at
AWA.
It is the book of the year. And I
Blaze. I think it's a Blaze.
Of the 11 issue, it's an 11 issue series. I want to say 7 of them were 2024. So for me, it all came out in 2024. It started in 2023. So some people listed it last year. It is phenomenal. You could probably go to your LCS and find at least half of the books on the shelf because it is not spec'd on or whatever. But it's a book that will like leave you thinking. It won't let you go. You'll deal with it long after. It discusses commercialism and capitalism and the meaning of life and the intensity of relationships. And
you're making my dick hard.
Frank all the way, brother. I love it.
And the obsession with technology at the expense of humanity. And it is
not all robots, right?
It's yes. And I'm willing to say this to you, Marcus, because you get it. Like, it's better than Not All Robots, which is a huge fucking compliment from me.
Which book was this?
Okay, I am sold.
Traveling to Mars, and the basic concept is this: a probe on Mars discovers a valuable mineral resource, and because we don't have mineral resource rights
on obtainium,
it is determined that the first individual to plant a flag on the planet access to the mineral rights. And all these corporations try to find the fastest and cheapest way to get a person to plant a flag on Mars. And the corporation that comes up with the craziest idea is the one that says, hey, we're going to pick somebody dying and pay them to fly to Mars and not have to worry about bringing them back again. So they hire this schmo, this guy whose life is amounted to nothing and is dying of cancer, to go on a one-way trip to Mars and plant a flag and fucking die there. And the guy basically, the entire book is his journey to Mars, knowing he's going to die there. It's powerful. And he's reflecting on all the choices he's made in his life that led him to this. He's got 2 droids on the plane that are incredibly hilarious, that are like his besties. It is I can't. There's no way for me to recommend it enough, and I don't want to overhype it, but I still feel like if I overhype it, it'll still live up to it. It is that good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna read it with your
Gary
review in
Frank,
mind.
right? Jeff
It is
Johns and Gary
so.
Frank.
It is so good, and again, the trade has been pushed back because it's an indie publisher. They keep pushing it back.
Jeff Johns and Frank usually do push things back. He doesn't get three
yeah.
jokers.
Well, this is Mark Russell, though, right?
This is Mark Russell.
Oh, Mark Russell.
I can't remember the artist. But
Roberto Melli.
Okay.
Meli.
Popping Drew over there with you.
It is undeniably great. Like it is absolutely phenomenal. And the fact that more people aren't talking about it baffles me. Like it shocks me that it's not.
Yeah, to hear you talk about this, like why haven't
It's
I
so
already been on this book? I
It's so
love
good.
Mark Russell.
Because you were obsessed with grommets, and that's been your downfall for a long time. No, I'm
I
joking.
have been obsessed with
How many
grommets.
issues was this?
I haven't read that honestly. Like you talk about it so much, and I saw actually a couple of covers there, and I was like, it looks like actually would be kind of a fun series. So I may try to look for it in trade and see about getting into reading that, just because you talk about it so much. It's just like I find that to be kind of fun, where you have people recommending stories that aren't necessarily the big
two.
companies. You know what I mean? Like the indie stories, some of the indie stories
That's
are
my
really good stuff.
wheelhouse.
My promise is that when the trade for Traveling to Mars drops, I'm gonna buy 3 or 4 so that I can continually give them away to people and make people read it. It's just
that good. Wow.
It's that
But you have
good.
to
I'm gonna
shame them
buy
as
a
you do
slew
it.
of them.
I'm
but
gonna
you
read
have to
this
shame them
tomorrow.
as you do
I
it.
promise you.
You
I'm
can't just
reading
give
this
it to them out
tomorrow.
of fun. You have to shame them. Like,
it's gonna be like a giveaway at the end of the month to like the to the channel hangout people, to the friends that are in the chat.
No. You have
Drew
to shame them.
approves.
Like, oh, you're not reading this. You call yourself a comic book fan. You haven't read this. And
It's
then you
so
sit there
good.
And then
I
put a
called
stick
it,
on it
I
with a
called it
sad
back
face.
in
Like,
March, like whenever it was wrapping, March or May or whatever. I called it and I was like, "This is I will never read something that just makes me feel this way. Like it is so strong."
I'm telling you,
That's an
many
interesting
issues is it,
question. TN Comedy says that Mad Cave is the comic book company of 2024. Does anybody want to argue with that?
Yeah, I didn't buy a single Mad Cave issue this year, so I don't think that's
Mad
true.
Cave
I mean,
has
I
been
clearly
great.
picked the best book of the year, and it wasn't Mad Cave, so I guess.
So you're giving it to a Blaze?
I mean, I would be happy to say that the company bold enough to publish that deserves it.
Well, I've lived my life saying Marvel is comics, but I think the company of the year is clearly DC. They've been absolutely on fire with everything they've been releasing lately. The continuity is back in full swing, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. So
it is
initiative has been
advance
successful.
forward.
It is DCAF.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
See, I have a different look.
Those
at
are
all this stuff.
awesome,
I haven't
Caroline.
bought a new issue of a book in a long time. I've been basically just back issue since about 2019.
That's it.
So
that's 43.
collecting.
I'm missing 43.
Chris, I'll hook you up with a Traveling to Mars just so you can check it out, man.
All right,
People
but I
who say
want
Mad Cave is the one to watch. The kind of people
I
who
need
used to
to be
say Valiant
shamed
is the one to watch.
on for not reading it. So I want to
I
know.
will absolutely do that. I will make a video just sending it just to Chris and shaming him.
Hey,
Exactly.
Dick Tracy from Mad Cave. Don't ever count out Dick Tracy.
No, it's a
and
good
Sam
that's a good
Ketchum.
read.
The
I need
whole
to
group.
get the
I heard
newest
good things
Jeff.
about
Legend
that.
loves Dick.
The newest
I
Jeff
have
that
as
just
well.
dropped. I haven't gotten the one with the Gwynpool variant by Enoch Lee. I haven't picked
Yeah.
it
Oh
up.
shit! Really? Enoch Lee did a Gwynpool variant.
Oh yeah, and
I like Enoch Lee.
she's wearing a Jeff hat.
My name is Jeff.
Super cute. Here, I'll find a picture.
doing
and
the
post
accent.
one.
John, how many issues is that?
I think it's 11. It was a really weird number.
Yeah,
Mark
it was
Russell.
11
Mark Russell explicitly picked a company that was willing to let him do an odd, strange number of issues because he's like, "Look, this is the story. I don't need more issues than this."
It was
This is what I
11
want."
issues. It was 11 issues. I'm looking at
That
it right
sounds
now.
like a great story, right? Where you're like, this is
Look at the
it.
kitty
I don't
cat.
need to mess with it.
Oh,
Oh, look at
Let's
that.
see. I'll put it on my to-do list. Gonna read this
All right.
Deviant too.
yeah.
Yes,
Sadly,
read the
Deviant's not done, so you still got to wait a little longer. But I think there's just one more issue in 2025.
Yeah, I think it's either in January or February that it comes out, and I cannot wait for that to come out.
I was so pissed when they announced that. I was like, I almost wanted to like flip my desk. I was like, what?
Yeah, what's the delay for 1,000?
Oh,
I mean, if it's great, I won't be too upset, but I'm still like, come on, man.
But if it doesn't finish well, I'm gonna be pissed.
Marcus, post this link. I don't have the mod. I don't have a wrench, so I can't post it. But it's a link showing the cover to the It's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Got it. Ooh, that is nice. We can share right
That's
now.
very funny cover. That made me giggle.
Yeah.
I have a Jeff button I wear on my jacket when I go to work.
Super.
The kids think it's hilarious.
You wear an old wolf button?
A button.
I don't want to scare kids. I'm traumatized the kids at the school. And I have to tell them, like, they're like, what superhero is that? I'm like, it's Dead Man.
We all know it.
Traumatize the kids. My name is Jeff.
It's a cute cover.
Wearing like a hat. That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to get any buzz from the gamers.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, because of, was it Rivals, I think it's called?
Marvel Rivals.
Is that a tentacle between her legs?
Yeah. Why, yes, it is, John.
She's just happy to see you.
Well, it's like a venomized. She's like venomized, so maybe
she's been venomized, all right.
John, you didn't have to make it weird.
John,
I made it weird.
John,
we were all going to ignore the tentacle between her legs until you brought it up.
I could not possibly ignore the tentacle between her legs.
Well, that's how you made it weird.
No, it just has a tail. See, you could have said she had a tail.
He said, we got to talk about the tentacle between the legs instead of the elephant in the room.
Do we have any other books in 2024 that anybody want to mention before we get out of here? Any other love? Yeah.
I think I talked enough today.
Yeah.
I still don't remember.
Santos Sisters.
I mean, I think Wonder Woman is my favorite book of the big two. I think Tom King's Wonder Woman's been superb.
I'm surprised no one's mentioned that because I've heard many people rave about
15 issues in, and I've yet to be even the 3-issue like all-in tie-in crap that DC wants to throw in there was Tom King could still redeem that.
Absolute Wonder Woman was the first Wonder Woman book that I really ever enjoyed, and then issue 2 was not great. So
Absolute can just suck a chode. Like Absolute's
not calm down.
Worth the money. Walk away.
I'm dropping Wonder Woman after the second issue, so that is what that is. It might have been one of my favorite books of the year. Absolute Wonder Woman #1. I think it was a really great #1 issue. I think that the art and the vibe really went together on the story, and I think that the art completely shit the bed in the second issue.
I agree with that.
And the second issue was just like, oh, well, Steve Trevor's here. Well, why? Oh, because he was there too. Well, why? And none of it is, it's just like all kind of just like slapdash together in a way that like, who's writing that? Kelly Thompson?
Kelly Thompson.
Yeah, I love her as a writer. I loved her run on Captain Marvel. I think that she's done nothing but things I enjoy, and I really hated that second issue of Absolute Wonder Woman.
Inversely, I would say the art on Absolute Batman has continued to shit the bed consistently all the way along.
I just think you're not into it. I think it's highly stylized in a way that is I love it or hate
highly
it
stylized is a very nice way to say that.
Yeah, coming from a guy that doesn't like Gary Frank.
It's complaining about the art and Absolute Batman is like I don't get that when people like love Martin Simmons on like some or what did he do the
Dracula fucking was amazing. His Dracula was nuts.
Department of Truth. What an ugly fucking book. Why anybody would continue to read that bullshit after opening that first page is beyond me. He's absolutely
this guy
awful,
right
man.
Here.
Right, you like that, but then like Absolute Batman is like not what you're looking for. That's fine. Like art is subjective. That it is what it is. But like
the problem I have, Drew, is that his artwork in Absolute Batman undermines everything that the story is trying to do. The story seems to want to do this like gritty, intense Batman, and then he draws this guy that's like anybody walking down the street is like, I wonder who Batman is. It's the fucking Bruiser working on the fucking pole over there. Like that's the fucking guy.
Universe is
that guy. No shit. Like nobody. He works every job in Gotham for every possible construction group, and nobody's like, I wonder if that's fucking Batman, the 6'7"
with the big bulldozer
guy
for me,
who walks
like,
around all brooding. I wonder if that's
the
Batman.
size of a house. Like that doesn't track.
He undermines everything the story is trying to do with his shitty artwork. Where it's like, ooh, I wonder how the cops are going to find Batman. Just follow the giant dump truck driving through the center of town. How is he going to disappear and hide in that fucking car?
Fair enough.
Like, I'm going to tell you right now, if Superman was able to do it with just a pair of glasses, let Batman have his time. let them not know who the monster is that's working on the construction site. That's Batman.
Look, I'll tell you this much.
But the secret of the Batcave will remain hidden, even though
good.
Anybody could just watch the dump truck drive across town and park in the fucking Batcave. Like,
well, it bursted out
so
of a
for me, he
building,
undermines
so like,
the
how does
story.
people not notice it was inside of a building? Like,
so for me, like, at least Martin Simmons is adding to the creepy mood of Department of Truth or Dracula, whereas I think Dragata is like undermining what Snyder's trying to do.
Literally be done by retarded kids with crayons and somebody spilling.
But that's good because the book is supposed to be kind of like creepy and awkward.
It's supposed to be shit
versus Batman, which is supposed to be cool, looks like shit.
I didn't know the book was supposed to be shit.
Exactly. Why is Absolute Batman supposed to be shit?
Oh, jeez.
It ruins Absolute Batman for me. Like every time I turn the page, now that cool design on his shirt, it's not a design, it's a fucking axe. It's a big axe blade he carries around on his fucking shirt.
I thought that was done before that book came out. I went into reading the first Absolute Batman thinking this is a bad idea with a bad character design.
Yeah, and you were right. And you were right. And that's the best. Thank you, Drew. That was well said. You were right.
I think that it's still a bad idea and a bad story with a bad character design, but I think there are a lot of fun elements to it. And
you don't need the butt. You don't need the butt. Don't add.
Everybody needs a little butt.
Full stop. Period. Just be done.
How do you poop without a butt?
Commence, buddy.
You said butts.
I just feel like it's. I don't think Absolute Batman is the worst book ever written. I just think it's shocking how many people want to like bow down and kneel to it as this amazing book, and it's not. It's just not. That's the part that irks me. Is like there's so many better books at the big two. To hold that up as like the best book is like, come on, man. Just read more books. Just read more books. Is all
Absolute
I'm saying.
Superman is the best of the three. I said that for week one or month one, and month two, it is the only one that I'm really interested in continuing to read.
I mean, Poison Ivy is a better book than all of them. Just read Poison Ivy. It's a better book. Read it.
This is the man with 18 Poison Ivies behind him.
I'm gonna
I saw your huge collection.
Read it. It's a good fucking book. I just caught up, and I'm so happy I've continued to this book's been great. I love it.
So now this Absolute universe, this Absolute, they're gonna do like Flash and all the rest of them eventually.
No, Flash doesn't sell.
And I mean, it's selling well. I'm sure that they'll just continue to like crank the wheel and make the monkey dance.
And they have plans to keep the Absolute universe going for 2 years of publication, but with DC and how quickly they change their mind on things, and like I get excited when the All In special comes out, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of interested in where this is going. Justice League Unlimited was fun. Action and Superman have been fun. Batman's been solid, if not totally tied into what's going on. As far as that goes, I was super hyped about Rebirth too. And that ended with Doomsday Clock, and that was not fucking good.
That was not
good. It had the button in the middle, and that was not fucking good. And it became this thing where they took it and they switched it around, and like I enjoyed what they did with like metal and going into dark death metal, but like
did anybody really enjoy that?
I enjoyed that stuff. That was for me. Overall, it wasn't what Rebirth was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a big way of bringing the Watchmen universe together with the DC universe and making it all make sense together. And that never fucking happened.
Hey, if you read the last issue, it all made sense on that last panel.
No, it didn't.
AR Aggressively Relaxing said that the last issue made it all worth it. All right, but guys, we're well over an hour here. We got John's Comics with Kids on the front page here. What's going on with you? Anything you want to promote?
I was just on No Good Comics, the rival Tuesday show to fuck.
How dare you talk about my rival?
Let's get fucked here, gang. I think that's my new tag for your show. Let's get fucked. Let's fuck this up. So I was it was a lot of fun hanging out with Magic Lasso. And then Saturday, I'll be doing my morning show. I'm unboxing a bunch of original art pieces I got during the Heroes for Heroes auction supporting veterans. And I bought some great pieces, and I'm excited to unbox those. So I will be doing that Saturday on my channel. And then Tuesday next week, I'm hosting Omni X-Men, and we got JP Budget Collecting, your homie, coming on to hate on some Xavier and some Cyclops and make some fun drama in the chat. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming up the next week.
If you're not already plugged into John, I don't know what you're doing, but you should probably fix that right away and plug into No Good Comics as well. Either him or No Good, they're looking at one book for 3 hours and talking about it. So if you're into that kind of thing,
yeah. At the same time this has happened, that's why I go back and forth.
Yeah, go watch them do whatever they do.
If you're wondering what the hell is Tony doing when he looks so like bored and distracted on this show, he's watching my show at the same fucking time.
Yeah, I know what he's doing.
That's why
he's trying to answer questions in the chat and get points on the victory wheel.
I appreciate you, Tony.
I screwed up today. When it's my turn, I'll talk about how I screwed up today.
It's your turn now. Your link is in the chat.
I screwed up today because the screen I was watching was somehow it stopped and restarted, so I was behind. So it's like I only got into the last question, which I got right. I take notes. I take look. I got notes. I take notes the whole thing.
I don't even take notes, and I'm on the fucking
show. He can't remember shit. He's got to write it down.
I knew the volcano was in the bay. I knew that. I knew that I think it was a question.
You realize nobody on this show cares what the answers to the trivia questions of a show that ended 30 minutes ago are, right?
So, okay.
Oh, your damn channel, Tony.
Oh, patience. Jesus Christ. Okay. So last week I was supposed to open this box. And I didn't.
It's his dick in a box.
No, I can't. I gotta pull a hole in here, but the size of my dick, I could probably fit it. But anyways, that's another story.
Oh my goodness!
So I have to open this box. So this week, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going live Thursday.
No train wreck.
No, I'm filming it Wednesday.
Nice.
Because I got something going on Thursday, so I can't do it live. So Wednesday, I'll film my train wreck on Thursday, 7:00 on my channel. And so I'll open. So I'm way behind. My LCS didn't get a lot of stuff from Diamond, so it's going to be a long. It's going to be a long friggin' show.
What up, Jagular? We got Steve Woodard in here giving Drew shit, which I like
constantly.
And I'll be on. We do on White Whales. We do the D&D almost every Sunday at 9:00.
And Tickles is always fucking shit up every time I play.
He is.
I suck.
He's trouble.
I suck. I can't roll dice.
Thank you, Tony, for jumping on. I appreciate you as always. We've got the great legend in the house. Anything you want to promote, my man?
I'm always coming at people live, but no, man, we
coming at you live.
I'm going to be working on something with Callie, and I can give you all a little preview, and it goes a little something like this. This Friday, two legends of the comic book community unite in the squared circle. Drew Manchu, baby, against the natural. White Whale Comics is coming at you live this Friday at The Hunt. Tony Sanders is coming at us live with the greatest superstars, the greatest comic books with the greatest looks. And what books will you get to vote on? You be there in the chat. You decide, because the hunt will be coming at you live. This Friday, fans, you know where to go. And root for our boy, Drew Manchu, baby.
What? Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. I mean, it's two great Comic Core legends coming back out of retirement. I don't want to throw the Underwhaler under the bus here. The Underwhaler's coming back, man. Let's let him have his moment.
Well,
the dead man's dead already. I'm gonna kill him again.
He's coming. The Natural does have one of the best beards in the business. Let's see if the D&D King can show what people bring. You know, we'll see.
There it is. I love both those guys. I'm gonna be in the chat, fair and balanced voting with my conscience on the line.
I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be a great show. I've really got.
It's gonna be a fun one for sure.
I'm gonna have to take a nap so I can stay up late and watch it because that does sound
also on that show too.
I am, man.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I really don't know.
I've seen her on there.
I really don't know how I'm gonna vote on this one because the last time White Whale was on the show with me. It was my first Hustlemania, and you know who threw me out of that match? The Underwhaler. So I don't know how I feel about him coming back.
He definitely is a controversial character.
He was
nobody likes him, but everybody respects him, and that's the problem here.
Exactly. Like I walked in there, I was a rookie. I was the snake, and I was just in there, and the next thing he just tossed me right out. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude, don't underestimate. Also a big bone.
Not bitter at all, right, Chris?
No. Well, Seth freaking Boston, has connections to the snake, but Seth is gonna be watching, so I don't know who I'm gonna vote for. I'm actually looking forward to it a lot. Like I love that. That there's gonna be some people coming back that haven't been on the show in a long time. So definitely excited for that.
The champ that runs the camp, Biggie Shack.
What up, Biggie? Good to see you, homie. Thank you for great legend. Anything else you want to promote? You didn't say anything about your channel. Anything going on your channel?
Oh, actually, I did do a video 2 or 3 nights ago. It was my November 2024 haul, so you could see all the books that I pick up on a monthly basis. I also picked a couple of hardcovers up, a DC Encyclopedia book, and also picked up this cool Street Fighter, the World Warrior Encyclopedia by Udon Entertainment. Really kick-ass, shows all the fighters from every Street Fighter game from ever. So it's awesome. But anyway, check the channel out and check everyone on this panel out because Circumstances in the FOC and Chill on Tuesday night is one of the greatest shows of the week, and it's here Tuesday night, people.
Oh, and shout out to the legend for getting Rod the Rican to do some push-ups today. Get him.
I missed it.
You guys got to catch the Rod the Rican rewind to see the great legend challenging Rod to stay in shape and do some push-ups live on his YouTube stream.
Yep. Perry Comics checked in too, man. It was awesome.
He did. But after the fact, you were the one to encourage that fitness goal.
Nice. I hopped on Rod's stream earlier. He was on a run to pick up food from Texas Roadhouse. So I'm not sure. that cinnamon honey butter.
He fell off the wagon quick.
Salad. You never know. He's getting a very healthy Texas Roadhouse salad.
There it is.
Thank you so much for jumping on, Legend. I appreciate you, my man. Check my man out. Link is in the chat. We've got Lady Fantastic, aka Caroline, in the house, aka the Back Bin Diver for deals. Yeah. Anything you want to promote? Anything going on with you?
I would like to promote my ego. No, I don't have shit to promote. It's getting towards the end of the year, and I'll probably be doing another mental health video.
Nice.
It's been a tough year, but that's kind of, I feel like it's been 2020 for the last 4 fucking years, so I don't know. Anyways, I feel like we're kind of like collectively like traumatized from COVID. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, man, I'll be around, but mostly like in the chats and being a smart ass,
That's how we love you. Thank you so much for coming through, Caroline.
Yeah.
Log into her channel, Lady Fantastic 765. Thank you so much for coming through, Caroline. I appreciate you as always. We've got the filler buster himself, Drew Manchu. Anything going on with you, my man?
Yeah, I'm gonna be laying down and looking up at the lights. Spoiler alert: when I do the job on the hunt on Friday, because I am not preparing for this fucking thing. I'm going to approach it with the level of respect I give every one of these shows I show up on, which is I'm just going to hang out and have a good time. I do have a foreign object in my back pocket to hit the other with.
I don't know that I want to hear about that.
Nice.
Look, all I'm gonna say here is like it doesn't have to get personal, but it might. It might.
It'd be a lot cooler if it did.
I'm just saying. The last time I was on the hunt, I had to do the job to that gentleman at the bottom of the rung over there down at the bottom. He called himself a king at the time. It looks like he's put down that crown. I still think that the voters were what's the word? Fucking wrong. They were wrong. And I was the winner, the real winner. But I'm not going to let my ego stand in the way of everybody having a good time. We're just going to move on. We're just going to move on. Just like that time I lost in Comic Core Court to him about Heroes in Crisis, which everybody knows blew fucking goats. Everybody knows Heroes in Crisis was terrible. It's just a fact. It's
Except
not even
the
an
chat.
opinion
The chat
anymore.
didn't know that.
It's
Hashtag
a fact.
not bitter.
It's a fact.
It was Wally West goodness. Beautiful story.
It was Wally West badness. It was fucking terrible. Hey, let's make a book about fucking mental health and make everybody super sexy. Everybody.
At least you're not holding on to it,
washboard abs. Fucking
no, not
everybody's
bitter.
pubic
Not
bones
at
are
all.
showing. What a fucking sexy ass book about people want to commit suicide. What the fuck was the tone of that thing? What a piece of shit. In addition, if you like comic books but you don't necessarily like my opinion, I've got shorts up on my channel. I'm covering Ultimates, which has been great. Covering Wolverine, which has been great. I got Action Comics, which has been great. And tomorrow I'm dropping the next short about the X-Men, which nobody's watching my X-Men shorts, which is weird. All the other shorts are getting play, and they're exactly the fucking same. I didn't change the formula at all, but like it doesn't make any damn sense. So check out the channel. We're on the road to 700 now.
Cool.
Just about a month and a half ago, I started making content again, and I've gained over 200 subscribers in that time, which is like, yeah, I'm just having fun. So yeah, keep on plugging away at it, and if I build it, they're gonna come.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna come. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Having fun, promoting these comments, talking about it, man. So thank you so much, Drew. I appreciate you jumping on as always.
Dude, I said to Legend yesterday, he's like, "You're gonna play games tomorrow?" I was like, "I'm probably gonna be tired." And I was like, "Well, it is Tuesday. Maybe I'll hang out with Marcus."
Boom.
Hey, and here I am,
my man. There it is. Hopefully we'll see you next week as well. Thank you so much for jumping on. As always, I appreciate you. Boston Chris, what's up with you, my man?
So be on the hunt on Friday. I don't think me and Hudat are doing a graphic content this week, but probably next week. And then as far as my own channel, I am going. So I'm going to be on vacation pretty much for the rest of the year, as far as just time off, because I had so much banked that I basically can just ease into the new year, just getting paid for not going to work, which is great. So I have I put it together, I guess, the framework for a new live show that I'm going to do called the Fantastic Forum. So as far as when specifically, I don't know what day or time. I'll try not to infringe on other people's spots, but I will be going live.
You can't worry about that. Yeah. Just do you.
Be an infringer.
Well, just put it this way. I know if I show up on a Tuesday, that's a bad idea because you already got it locked down. I can't do that to you.
So I accept the competition, brother.
but yeah, no, I just was gonna go ahead and get that going and just having some fun. So just be kind of like a little hangout show. But as far as everything, check us out on the Hunt on Friday on Tony's channel, and I will, I guess let everybody know when I'll be doing the lives. It might just be spontaneous, but I'm gonna just have some fun chilling with the community. Probably show I guess I would say like the books that I picked up to, like kind of a year-end review type thing, because I've done that every year. Just kind of show like what I picked up, what I'm most proud of, and everything like that. So just, I don't know, getting back into making some content, so having some fun.
Awesome, my man. I appreciate you jumping on for a little fuck and chill. Thank you so much.
I know where I'm headed.
And we had Matt in here earlier. Heroes for Hire Comic Club. He had to bail, but I still want to throw his link out there, guys. Plug into him. He's got a live claim sale coming up tomorrow. So if you're looking to buy some cheap books, definitely plug into his channel and he's ready for that
content. He's just hit over 200 subscribers. Matt's got some great stuff. He's always going live. He's always putting up reviews and showing hauls and doing all kinds of stuff. And he does the interview show as well. That's been pretty damn good. So check it out.
I think he's doing Rob's Fat Stacks. Yeah, so that's the next one that's coming up. So he's doing some great.
Interviewed Rob tonight.
Yeah, so he's doing great stuff over there, guys. Plug into him. He's an up and comer, so all subs that we can give him are definitely appreciated.
Yep.
And then Thomas Nichols is asking for the Discord link for my Discord, so I'll throw that in there.
You made him happy.
If anybody would like to jump in there and hang out with mine, you are more than welcome to do that. I know John gets really excited about Discord, guys.
Hard AF for that Discord.
Discord AF. But that is another episode of FOC and Chill. I was really thinking about going to bed tonight, and I'm so glad I didn't. And I always am so glad that I didn't. And that's because you guys come through and make the show so great. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to everybody that came through in the chat and kept it lit. And, of course, thank you to everybody that comes through on the replay and look for clips for the rest of the week as I try and get my watch hours up. I need 300 more watch hours.
All right, I'll work on it. Jesus
so
Christ,
I'll be working on that. All right. That's all I got this week. That's all I got this week. Until next week. Peace.